What is going on, guys? It is your boy Tropicalnhl back here today for a brand new YouTube video. So today we're here to talk about fun fact, pretty fun statistics. Well, not really fun. It's something I noticed while looking at the 29 NHL entry draft. When I was looking at Ryan O'Reilly's statistics, I looked at the first round to see who in the first round had better careers than Ryan O'Reilly. There's not a lot, but I've noticed something. The year, the 2009 year is the year where the Canadiens were drafting 18th overall in the first round, and they drafted a guy named Louis Leblanc, who was one of the biggest disappointment in recent history for the Canadiens. And the guy that got drafted right after Louis Leblanc is a guy named Chris Kreider. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Chris Kreider, 19th overall. Louis Leblanc, 18th overall. So, is it one of the biggest mistakes in Habs history? I feel like it is. I feel like it is one of the biggest mistakes in Habs history. I mean, when you look at Louis Leblanc in his career in the NHL, he played 50 games and got 10 points, which is really, really bad at first. And when you look at a guy like Chris Kreider, who got drafted right after, who is now at 429 points in 663 games. He had a 52-goal season last year. But that's not the worst part of this. That's not the worst part of this. If the Canadiens would have drafted Chris Kreider before Louis Leblanc, instead of Louis Leblanc in that draft, a lot of things would have changed. A lot of things would have changed only by that decision. All right? The decision they took of taking a guy from Quebec, a French Canadian, instead of an American player, just changed the entire history of the franchise. Just imagine the Canadiens would have had Chris Kreider, who is a way better player than Louis Leblanc. And on top of that, if Chris Kreider would have been a member of the Montreal Canadiens, the Carey Price incident back in 2014 would have never happened. Carey Price would have never been injured to his knee. He would have been a way much better goaltender in the years after. And right now, he would most likely be in the net for the Montreal Canadiens. So that just shows how a little decision like that can change the entire history of a team. And it's crazy to me. Like, if the Canadiens would have drafted Chris Kreider instead of Louis Leblanc that year, we would have had Chris Kreider for that, most likely that entire time. And on top of that, Carey Price would have never gotten that knee injury that's been following him since then, and that will most likely end up his career. So crazy to think about, and for me, it is one of the biggest mistakes in Habs history because of those two reasons. Carey Price would have never been injured, and well, at least not from that injury. And second, the Canadiens would have had a 50-goal scorer in their team instead of a guy that never really played in the NHL. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. It's kind of a crazy fact if you ask me. Biggest mistake in Habs history, man. It would have changed a lot of things, and the team probably would be looking a lot different right now. So maybe not a bad thing as of right now, but when you look at things back then, the Canadiens maybe could have won a Stanley Cup if they made that decision. So I'm kind of right in the middle. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. It's been your boy Tropicalnhl, and I'll see y'all later for another video. Bye bye.